I got me going.
All right,
What's
I'm
up?
going.
Yep, you're good.
Cool. So I fucked it up, you guys. We had this dope open earlier, and I shut the shit down for no reason. And I'll be honest, it was a bitch ass move from me. So
I'll tell it again a week later when you guys forget it.
we're gonna we're gonna go again. So Connor,
Yeah.
Bazinga.
All right. So my dad in college had this roommate, and the guy basically graduated college as a chef, and then got in like a horrible drunk driving accident, and basically hit his head straight on the arm rail on the door,
Okay.
and basically had to start over from like square one. After the accident, he had to go
Learn
back to
everything from
he had
the
to go all the way
ground up.
back to like kindergarten, learning to walk, learning to talk,
Gotcha.
read, write, everything. Lost it all. So when my dad was going to school, this guy was going to college for the second time. And it was kind of interesting because he wasn't going for the same degree or major he was the first time around. It was like new life choices were made, so different directions. But he was like a raging alcoholic still, and it was really difficult because sober he sounded drunk, so when he got drunk you just could not understand him whatsoever. And according to my dad, this was like the first time he had seen someone drink until they physically just fell over and blacked out. And he would do it all the time. And there was like numerous times where he'd like come home and just find the guy like blacked out on his desk with like in a puddle of vomit kind of deal. So, yeah. But I'll tell the Jaeger story some other time, so that way we still get a better reaction. But at one point, the guy wanted to join a fraternity, and so he joined a fraternity, and then proceeded at like the first opening party to get absolutely sloshed at it and make a mess of himself. And so the fraternity brought him back to the dorm and then like lectured my dad about how they have to like he has to keep him under control kind of deal. And he's just like, he's paying to be in your brotherhood. He's your problem now. Don't give him alcohol at your parties. I'm not in the fraternity.
God damn. Well, no one drink at frat parties.
No, not at all. He actually tried to charge them a few times. Every time they like brought it up or like he walked by one of them, he'd be like, hey, I stopped him from drinking the other day. You should give me $20. Shit like that.
Oh, do you know what I thought the other day? I'm gonna fucking make a hard right turn here.
Are you calling him? No wonder it's fucking up right now.
He's not even responding.
Who's calling me?
Did Janae just say that?
Yeah. Can you not hear him?
No.
You can't hear him.
For this whole last.
He's been telling a story for the past You're in the wrong call.
Bro.
You're in a different channel.
Bro.
Oh my god. How did you even do that?
I don't.
I thought you were upset because he was like telling a story about a guy that drank. Okay, he was telling a story about a buddy
I was
that drank
upset
too
because
much.
I thought it was blank noise. I thought
Yeah.
we were just sitting here staring at each other with dark noise.
No, I've been listening to his story. I thought you were listening to it and upset because he's just been ignoring you telling the story.
Oh my god, I just fucked up so hard. Sinead, I want to make like a serious apology to you, dog.
Yeah, okay. So you get the 30-second version. So there, I knew this guy in college. He was
And
19 years
now
old.
he's
He would drink a 30 cube, basically all the time. Basically, he got 30 cubes, and he drank one of them, and then he got through the first rack of the second one, and he was so fucked up. He's like, "All right, guys, I gotta go." And I'm like, "You're not going anywhere." I took his keys. We got in a fight. He charged at me, and then I'm like, "Okay, now you only have. First you had 2 options. Now you only have 1 option. I'm keeping your keys. Your friends are taking you home." And then he got more belligerent, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm calling the cops." And then his friends are like, "Kick it, kick it, kick it." No. We'll take him. Fast forward a year later, he's his friend's wedding. He's the best man there. I'm like, "All right, it's a special day. I'll go ahead and apologize for being like rude or forcing him out or something like that, and like things will be good because this friend is also my friend." I'm like, "I don't want shit to go bad on the wedding and things just to be all right because we're gonna be hanging out afterwards and having a good time." And this guy just like, I'm like, "Hey man, sorry about earlier. Like, I hope everything's chill. I just wanted the best for you." Straight up ignores me and like pushes past me. I'm like, "Oh my god, some people,
Ooh.
dude. Some people." Yeah, he's yeah,
Man, that's a bad idea.
he's
to get
he's
too
baby
drunk.
daddy now and still
You
getting
can't
fucked
drive
up. And I'm
home.
like, "Dude, you gotta like self-reflect, man." Yeah, I was like, you gotta leave. I had to do that, man.
All right.
Jay, you're
cutting
killing
again.
it. Jay, you're cutting so hard. Pause out for a minute. Hey,
Justin, take
And
it.
like, you can't just like
I mean,
you can't just say that to your host, like swearing at him and doing all this stuff, charging at him, all this sort of shit. I'm like, "Hey, you're donezo, man."
Yeah.
welcome to the Prepared for Nothing podcast for the 4th time. I don't know what's happening, but Jay, would you have sympathy for people who may have gotten a little too drunk and drive away, and their friends might have had to, like take their keys from them?
Justin, it cut out. Can you tell me what's up?
I'm not gonna go there.
All right. So I just saw, according to you, that our Spotify account got approved.
Yes, dude, I just wanted to talk about that. I'm sorry. I had to send in the Discord because I didn't want to interrupt. But as of live right now, as we're recording this episode, I just got the email from Spotify that, because Spotify changed some shit up recently from like literally last week to this week.
Oh.
Spotify added podcasters.spotify.com. So it's like a subsect of Spotify that's easier for podcasters, so we don't have to do what we were talking about earlier.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Cool.
Not at all. So I submitted for a podcasting account.
Nice.
And you had to go through an approval process, and just about 2 minutes ago, I just looked at my phone, saw that we had a notification that our podcast has been approved on Spotify.
That's
Cool.
amazing.
So it says,
Spotify isn't
yeah,
in
dude,
Pakistan.
confirm your account. Yo, I'm hitting, look at this. Look at this. Welcome to Spotify. You seen that on my phone?
I see it.
I'm hitting the button. Yo, let's go, dudes. I'm excited about this, bros.
Well, I guess Junaid will still have to listen to us on YouTube,
Yeah, he will. Whatever.
but
Yes.
which we're still gonna upload on YouTube. We're just also gonna upload on Spotify.
Yo, this is big, dudes, because
It
I've
is.
actually been told, because we don't actually do video, especially right now, and I do want to get back to video at some point. But I'll admit to the audience that, like, somehow, and I don't know what it was, but the video stuff was messing with our audio quality, and we just wanted to get back to making sure that our audio quality was on point, because that's why people listen to podcasts, is to listen. And so we wanted to get it back on point. And one of the criticisms I had heard is that because we were only on YouTube and we're only audio, they still can't shut the phone screen off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can't run it in the background.
Right.
Which sucks.
It's dumb that YouTube wants you to pay for that, honestly.
It sucks. So that's the big reason I was like, fuck it. We got to get onto Spotify. And we just did. And we have 16 subscribers. So fuck you, Joe Rogan.
On Spotify?
Oh, we have none on
Yeah, I was
Spotify.
gonna say,
We have 16 followers total, dude.
I was going to say, it's like we just made the account. Who's following already? I
Zero.
didn't even put shit on there yet.
Yo, I'm going to say this. One of the people in our team might not like me bringing this up, but yo, we got a TikTok. Mm-hmm. And it's doing good. Bro, every post that is clips from our shit is getting like 350 plus views.
Nice.
Right, bro? I feel like we're connecting with the youths.
Yeah.
You on TikTok, Sinead? I know you love that, right? Did we lose him again?
Oh no, sorry, I was muted.
Janae, you there?
I said no, I'm
Oh,
not.
Good
on
man.
TikTok. I used to be on TikTok, but then like I stopped being on TikTok because I'm like, dude, I don't like a few of their things, like their privacy policy, I don't agree with.
Every day we buy things, and if you're like me, you buy things multiple.
Bro, dude, I tried to just open TikTok to fucking
Oh, it goes straight into
see
content.
what our shit was, and it just started yelling.
There's
at
no
me content.
casually opening TikTok.
Lordy Christ, you really can't.
No, I get that though, Janaid.
I hate it too.
I am still recently getting back into social media.
Fuck.
Slowly but surely, I will be back on social media once my
You know, before
erratic mental state
this
allows it.
podcast, I had nothing. I had none of them.
yeah, same. Well,
And then because of this podcast, I'm kind of... I mean, they're all in my name, so I gotta fucking kind of keep up on them sometimes.
right. Might as well pay attention to the shit that's posted about
And,
us.
okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 TikToks. And they're gold.
A goal?
They're gold in my opinion.
Oh, gold.
They're golden. Like,
Okay.
one of them's I don't know if you remember the point in the podcast the other day where Janae didn't know what letter came after the letter E. And he said M, and then, oh, wait, no, it's F. And they took that and threw that into a TikTok that has 330 views. So that's what's up.
330 people. I've seen that Janaid technically got it right by saying M, as that does come after
Oh,
E.
it does, right. That's what he was confused on. He picked any letter that was after it.
I've been binge playing Halo lately.
Oh, nice.
Halo?
Which one?
Yeah. So I recently got the Master Chief Collection for PC,
Oh, okay. Nice.
and I've just been like, I've been going through it. I don't know if you saw, but Halo 2 got like a remastered edition through there. And so it's like Halo 5 tier graphics on all the cutscenes. I mean, this shit's like a movie now. They added scenes, they added
Halo 2.
like visuals,
Halo
they even
2.
added a few dialogue. And then they remastered
Halo
the
2
soundtrack.
Really was like an amazing sequel.
It was. And dude, the fucking soundtrack for it remastered in like HD and fucking quality audio. It sounds so much better.
Wow, that's
Like,
really good.
The Halo 2 soundtrack was already fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like when they boost it to, Dolby surround sound, that shit primo.
Oh yeah, the new Dolby Atmos surround. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that is really good.
Shit's nice.
I played Halo a couple times.
On the
Yeah.
original Xbox.
Yeah. No, I never owned an Xbox.
Oh, how'd you play it?
So we had this one, like we had this homie who had a like home theater in his house,
Oh, nice.
and he would invite all the homies over to play Halo. And for the first couple times I went over there, because I never was into video games one bit.
Mm-hmm.
They would argue like, I don't want him on my team, and they would fight over like who had to have me.
Yeah.
And eventually they just gave up on that and gave me a headset. And
Oh, you're
I
the
would just,
designated trash talker?
I was the designated trash talker, and I was such a troll too, because like people would kill my homie, and I'd just get on there and be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. And they'd be like, no, I just killed you. And I'd be like, no, you didn't. Fuck off. And like I would just literally be such a like an
just toxic.
toxic,
Yeah.
assholic troll that would just sit there and just be like like the worst, the person you didn't want
Right.
there.
The person that makes you leave a lobby.
Yes, because I'm just sitting there, you kill me, and I'm like, yeah, that's what's up, bitch. Fuck you. Got him. It's like, no, I just killed you. Nah, I'm fucking rolling.
Yeah. So I'd just been playing all the campaigns, but I finally played. I played a firefight today, and like lo and behold, casually got first place in it by like a margin of almost 90 points.
What does that mean?
So
I'm sorry.
yeah, the firefight game mode is basically you just fight waves of enemies, and each wave is more enemies and stronger enemies.
Like third graders?
Kinda. They start
Okay.
off. You start off with the
so
small
you're thinking
dudes, and they
about,
get
like,
bigger.
First graders and
Yeah.
the second graders.
By the end of it,
kinda
you're fighting actual adults.
like you're fighting seniors in high school.
Yeah.
And maybe some grad students.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this game. We should invent that game.
Yeah. So like, the older they get, the more points you get for taking them out. And I hadn't played in a while, but there was a dude on our team that you could tell has been cranking out on this game since its drop and release. Like level.
What do you mean cranking out on this game?
The dude's at like level 300 and something. Has all the exclusive unlockables and shit like that. Hasn't touched grass in a week kind of deal. Literally opens up trash talking because I'm unranked. Haven't even gotten a level yet. Kicked his ass with a 90-point difference. Dude just said, I don't know what to say to this, and just leaves.
Eat shit and die.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That was some good dead air right there, you guys.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If anyone wants to play the Master Chief Collection with me on PC, hit me up.
So Connor, I got a question for you actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. Do you actually enjoy IPAs? Or is it just like the and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like I used to drink some liquors that I would objectively think are like, oh, that's not good, but you just kind of like you're going for it, you know what I mean?
Like whiskeys and shit.
Some whiskeys, objectively, like when I think back, I haven't drank for almost 2 years now.
Okay.
And I think whiskey's. I look back and I'm like, whiskey was garbage. Why did I didn't like it.
It's
You
one of
know
those
what I
things
mean?
where either
Like,
you love it or hate it, too.
yeah, like black coffee, people pretend to like it. Which, God, what an irony. I was a whiskey alcoholic, and then I quit drinking, and I was fucking obsessed with drinking cups of espresso. because
Yeah.
coffee was too weak. I needed to drink espresso.
I know that's why a lot of people do drink the black coffee. Is like it's stronger, and like part of it. At least this is what my dad tells me because he's an avid black coffee drinker. Is that it's A, healthier, and B, the like taste shocks you awake a little.
Dude, okay, so I was just about to say this if you didn't, actually.
Yeah.
One of the things that I kind of like about a black coffee, I don't drink anymore, but there's a part of me that misses that sensation of taking a shot, and once it kind of sucks, but you're like, whoo.
Yeah, it's like a
And
smack
then
to the face kind
a
of deal.
smack to the face.
It's like you don't like the smack to the face, but shit, it worked.
Right. So there's something sometimes when I drink like espresso shots or like a black coffee, it's almost kind of the same smack to the face with you, that you get with a shot of booze. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why almost everybody who quits drinking like latches into coffee so hard.
Something, yeah.
Because it's any other, cigarettes, you know, whatever it is.
As far as IPA, see, the thing is I don't really like beer, but as far as beers go, IPAs are some better beers.
Were those ones good? Be honest. Don't
I'm
lie.
trying to think. They were different.
How?
So there was like the IPA aftertaste, but there was like an unknown fruitiness to it.
That and it said that on the
It
pack,
said
didn't
that,
it?
yeah, but I could not distinguish what that fruit taste was. It was just like general fruitiness, but undisclosed fruit.
You know, if nobody knows this whole story, I'll give a little backstory. I got a coworker, and he might be listening to this actually. And if you are, you know who you are. Gave me a pack of beer for my birthday at work, not really realizing that I don't drink. And I firmly believe that when somebody offers you a gift, it's not selfish, but sometimes when you give somebody a gift and they take it graciously, you get a bit of something yourself. You feel good. And I think sometimes people need that.
The gift of giving.
The gift of giving. They need to feel that gift of giving, you know? And so he gave me the beers, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, these are going to be awesome. He's like, yeah, you know, like, it's your birthday. Go get drunk tonight. And I was like, cool, dude. Like, thanks, man. And I took them, and they just, I didn't know what to do with them until I finally was like, Connor, you want these beers? Like,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Last week, he came up to me and was like, wait, you don't drink, and I gave you beers. And I was like, yeah. And he finally was like, what the fuck was that about? That you were like, oh, go drink them. Yeah, they were good. Oh, yeah. But I was like, sorry, dude, I lied to just like let you have your moment.
Didn't want to
there.
make you feel bad.
I didn't want to make you feel, not only didn't want to make you feel bad, but I kind of wanted to make you feel good. And it's such a white lie.
I mean, it's one of those things too, where it's like you do appreciate the gift, but
I appreciate the gift. Okay, not only do I appreciate the gift just because he gave me beers, he found out it was my birthday that day. On his lunch break, he went over to the Trader Joe's and bought what he thought would be my favorite beer on his lunch break, and then brought him back and was like, happy birthday. And to me, I was like, that's the coolest gesture fucking ever. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, it's one of only 2 presents I got that day. And to me, I was like, fuck yeah. I don't care. I'll take the beers. I'll be stoked.
clip that time.
Hey, Justin, you had a topic.
Oh, fuck, did I again?
Yep. Anyway, I drank the beer.
Good.
Not bad. My girlfriend helped me with some of them because, honestly, beers are beers for me. It's not that I don't like the taste of beer. It's that I don't like the feeling post beer in my body. I just feel bloated.
It wrecks your gut.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just like, oh, I just feel kind of ugh. But I will say the can was pretty cool in like design.
Dude, it was very artistic.
Yeah, but like the can itself looked like it was like leather stitching on it too, which was kind of neat. And then it was like the Voodoo Ranger and then New Belgium. So there was like, oh, and then like American Haze were like the things said on it. It's like, I have no clue what that means flavor wise.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what American Haze tastes like. I don't know what New Belgium tastes like. So.
Right turn again.
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
We're doing it. Janae.
Yes.
If you could transport to any point in time in history, where would it be? Responding's pretty cool. If you think
Well, he's
about
got to think about there's lots of points and times.
Oh, hey, sorry. I was telling my gardener not to cut the internet wire because he did it last time when he was trimming the edges. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck happened? Like, where's my internet?
it. Oh my
Where's my internet?
god, that's
And
awesome.
then finally I looked through the wire. I'm like, oh my god, this guy cut the wire. Because only new homes are built with underground wiring. And you really have to do like a special request. And this home was built at dial-up age, so yeah, it's just hanging around the house. Like even to get cable, like the cable wire just comes from like a box outside, and it just drapes over your fence.
Is it at least near foliage to be cut,
Yeah,
or
yeah, it's near.
You
it's
said
like,
foliage?
have
I
hedges
think you
on-
meant foliage.
foliage? Yeah.
You said foliage.
Foliage.
I love you, dog.
Yeah, man, I got my tinfoil
That's
tree
right,
in the
when
front
you said
yard.
foliage, I was like,
It
is
keeps the
around
government
the
out.
trees that you cover with tinfoil to keep the government out.
I put tinfoil so the government can't get into my oak.
I got this foliage over here.
Okay, but place and time you want to be, Junaid?
Yes, answer it.
Oh, okay.
You're transporting place and time.
Transporting to a place.
We're
and
doing
time.
this game twice.
Dude, I would definitely transport to the 80s because that was like a very unique time to be alive. Like countries were being formed around Africa and there's like basically like Cold War looming, and I would probably love to be transported to like the Berlin Wall just to see the Berlin Wall come down. Be like, yeah, fuck yeah, democracy.
That's where you want to. Of all, are you of all the dude? I want to hit you right now,
Okay, another
Romanticizing the
time
Cold
would
War.
probably be
dude. You're just trying to be like, I'm so woke. I'd love to be at the end of the Cold War, dude.
9 months before June 1992. Find your parents and give them a condom.
Oh, all right, dude. All right.
God.
Do you guys know that I know where I was conceived?
Yeah?
Yeah. And I found out when we were staying in the fucking hotel.
Nice.
My dad told me. Straight up.
See this dumpster, son?
I was being a piece of shit teenager, you know what I mean? Like, fucking around, being annoying as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, pretty much straight up looked me in the face and was like, you know you were conceived in that hotel right over there? I was like, fuck, what do you mean? Because he was pointing at the hotel that we'd been staying at for 2 nights, and we had 2 more nights, and he said it in this sarcastic, not like, you know, you got conceived, or, like, you got conceived right there. That's the only thing that's...
Like how your dad just basically sat you down and it's like, you're being annoying, so guess what? I fucked your mom.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's just like, okay, and?
I fucked your mom right there. Is pretty much what my dad told me. God damn, dude.
That's a pretty big trump card for a son. Fuck your mom.
Do you know what's? Do you know what's another like dumb shit? We're gonna get back to what we were talking about a minute ago with you, Janae. But another crazy thing that I got told in my life is my siblings are all way older than me. You know what I mean? And to the social media team out there, I want to let you know that one time I got in a fight with your pops. And he looked me dead in the face when I was like 8 years old and said, "Yeah, you were just a little mistake." And he was over 20 years old at the time, and I looked at my mom's, who was just sauteing some stuff over on the pan, you know, like just cooking casually. I was like, "Mom, he's lying. I wasn't a little mistake, right?" And she was like, "Well."
She didn't even pull the no, of course not kind of deal.
She didn't even try.
Oh my god.
She didn't even try. My own brother was like, "You were a mistake." And I was like, "How dare you say that to me, Mom? That can't be true, right?" She was like, "Well, I mean, yeah. Like, look at the age difference between you and all your sisters, like your siblings, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
Like,
I mean we had a friend growing up that was kind of in a similar boat, but you could tell that they were supposed to be like the kid that would save the marriage kind of deal, because there's like them and then the next sibling up is like, 20 kind of deal. And problem was that's not at all how it worked out, because since I've known them, their parents have been divorced. But even like the step siblings are like 20 years older than her. So just consistently, because when you're in that state, you're basically an only child.
right. That's what I was.
Yeah. You don't have like real siblings. Your
listen-
siblings come for holidays.
Listen to this. My farthest away niece or nephew in age is closer in age to me than my closest sibling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, all of my nieces and nephews are in an age gap closer to me than any of my siblings. That's why.
Yeah.
Connor, you need to answer the question now.
Place and time?
Transport to any place, anytime. Where is it? What is it?
Ooh. All right. I think I'd like to be at like the Hindenburg incident. Like,
Why are you guys picking tragic
right
shit?
before it.
I don't like
right
this.
before it happens, and just like walk around and people, and it's like a balloon. Come on, that's never gonna work. Kind of deal. Just like go around to people and just be like, "This is absurd. Look at this thing. It's gonna crash or something." Just like hype up the crowd to think that something's gonna go wrong, and then when something does go wrong, eventually, just total blatant lie that, who could have foretold?
That reminds me.
What?
About like the mass death of thousands, the mass death of like hundreds of people. It reminds me of a conspiracy theory about the Titanic, that the Titanic never sank. It was actually the Olympic that sank, and John D. Rockefeller, who owned the Titanic and the Olympic, planned the sinking of the Olympic so you could get insurance money for it, because it was a lot of money back then. So what he did with the Olympic, he did like a hodgepodge job of like repainting it and decorating it like the Titanic, because he knew he was going to get all of his money back, because the Titanic was like the most expensive thing that was like ever built on water at the time. So this happened, and then on the deathbed of a of the engineer, he was just like, the Titanic never sank, and then he just died. Those were his last words.
Junaid,
That could just be an ultimate troll.
John D. Rockefeller was
Junaid.
supposed to be on that boat on the quote unquote Titanic, but he canceled his ticket last second.
Yeah.
Junaid, did you go to YouTube and type conspiracy theory this morning?
No, YouTube just showed
Like you're talking like you know some woke shit, but this is like you're spinning the conspiracy as it was known 20 years ago and how much it's been debunked since then.
I did not know that. I just saw a story and it was just like, oh hey, look, Titanic never sank.
See,
Did you read a
Okay, but-
you read a Reddit headline and
I
looked through
heard
the
I heard
no,
something
no,
similar
no,
though.
no.
It wasn't
no,
that like
no, we need
another
to stop.
boat
Nope.
sank. No.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
All
I'm
right.
stopping this fucking right now.
All right.
There has been multiple things that if you actually look at the details of the ship, where the portholes were aligned, things that you can't modify after the ship was built.
Right.
How many portholes around the sides of it, the orientation of things that are on the wrong side of the ship. Yes, the Titanic and the Olympian were similar ships. And
Yeah.
a lot of people love to say that.
Well, I don't think the Olympian sunk. I think
No.
the Titanic sunk.
No, the Olympian sat in an English port for
Yeah.
decades till it got dismembered.
But I'm pretty sure that Rockefeller did sink the Titanic because I've seen things.
That's
that
a whole different argument.
He's had like business competition on it, and like Junaid said, he did cancel last minute his trip on the Titanic.
That's a whole different argument.
Yeah.
But what I think is not at all even a legitimate theory anymore is that the Titanic was the Olympian.
I still
If
like
you
how he
look at-
opened up though. It's like that the Titanic didn't sink. It's like, what, it floated? Like, what happened to it then?
Ah, dude. No, the boat did sink for damn sure. It was the Titanic. You look at just takeoff pictures of the two boats. And if you really start looking close, you can tell they're two completely different.
Well, even if that was the case, wouldn't they then have to also do like a redesign on the Titanic
Which makes
to
it now
justify
the
that
Titanic not
the Olympia's been sitting in a port for?
I love you, Junaid, but you need to get on some modern stories.
I opened by saying that a conspiracy theory. I didn't say that I believed it.
Conspiracy theory: the Titanic did not sink. Instead, it took flat by aliens.
All right, so
They took the Titanic.
Conspiracy theory.
So Connor, you would use your power to travel and transport any time and place to save people on the Hindenburg. Wouldn't you?
No,
No, he never said save
no,
them.
I'm not saving anyone.
He wants to watch it.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and I'm basically making sure that the crowd of bystanders knows that, you know, I was right in saying that something bad was going to happen, and that people should listen to me because I'm probably like foreknowing of bad decisions.
You should go to.
And you know
You
that
should go to Japan.
we'll
before
have a
they
whole
drop
sit down
bombs
too.
And be like, hey, don't go to work tomorrow. Go to northern Japan.
I can't. I really hate you two right now, to be honest with
Just
you.
walk around. Hey, you guys should wear some sunscreen. Just today. No, I know you're inside all day. Just trust me.
You know that means you're there for that whole
No,
moment
yeah, I'm
as
dead
well
too.
after. I hate that I asked you if you can go to any moment in time. You guys both pick fucked up moments in history. Do you know what I want to be around? Do you know what I want to be? Mansa Musa, the richest man in history, king of Timbuktu at its peak.
Yeah.
I want to just be chilling in his village. He just was handed out money to everyone. He was so rich, he like pretty much couldn't throw it to the people so quickly. You know what I mean? Y'all out here saying you want to be around right before bombs drop when you could be getting fucking thrown gold coins?
Dude, you know what he
Fuck
did
you.
to the fucking Egyptian economy?
Yeah, he's so rich that he was fucking the world up anywhere he went.
He dropped the economy by about like 40% everywhere he traveled on his trip to Mecca.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about it, it could be a specific person, a specific time, though. Then I would like to be one of his people, like in the early times, like before he's fucking shit up or like on the rise, and you're his right hand man.
You don't.
You know how
want
dope that life would be.
You understand? You'd be a slave trader, right?
Oh fuck, I forgot.
That's how he made all the money.
No. He just pretty much went to every empire and stole all their shit.
Well, yeah, but then he also made more of it by selling people for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, did I just mess that up that bad?
Yeah, Mansa Musa basically ran the West Coast African slave trade.
No, that he was way before that.
No.
Yes, way.
Well, his empire continued it, basically. So all the slaves that went to the colonies were sold from his empire in the West Coast.
I think we're talking two different time frames that are off by
No,
quite a
he
few
he
hundred
did
years.
have slaves.
Or I think he
had-
sold
Slave
to the
trading
Dutch.
within Africa, I think.
Yeah, but it was so. The white people never actually went into the bush in Africa because they just get killed if they did. So the West Coast African tribes, which was kind of the remnants of his tribe, would go in, capture people, and then bring them to the coast to be sold. So it was like a lot of the slave traders never even got off the boat to fill them with slaves.
I think I just made a crucial misstep in something I said a minute ago. I want to correct it,
Okay.
and I want to own up to it and say I was an idiot.
It's good of you to take the upper route, the high road. Now, Junaid, back to that Japan
Nope.
thing. I just want to like nudge a guy and be like, "Hey, take a look at that thing in the sky!" Right before we're both wiped out.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that I just said that this person was not involved in slavery, and my ignorant ass in my own brain was framing that into the American slave trade.
Oh, yeah.
Ignoring the fact
Yeah.
that there is been enslaved people outside of that completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I said that a minute ago, I meant that, like, dude, he wasn't part of the American... And that's so ignorant of me to assume that when you say this guy was involved with slavery, and
Yeah.
I said, no, he's not, because he's not even around the time that America
Right. No, we
was.
didn't have any American.
Fuck. So
Because,
I want to own up to that. I
You
fucked
know,
up.
you know what's always wild about American
Yeah,
slavery is
but
that
like the slavery then wasn't like racist slavery. It was slavery in the sense that prisoners of war became slaves. Like they weren't from their
It was
own.
territorial
Yeah.
slavery.
It wasn't like
It was
it
territorial
wasn't like
slavery,
his
not
own like within the
racial.
citizens of like his kingship. He would choose slaves from there, or he would
yeah.
enslave people by because of debt or something like that. He would do that because of places that he captured. They're prisoners of war. What to do with them? Okay, put them into slaves because they aren't from. They're outsiders, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what most prisoners of wars get turned into is slaves. Like even today, prisoners of war get turned into slaves in prisons.
Damn, I feel dumb as fuck right now. I'll be
But-
honest with you guys.
What I think is interesting is like I'm pretty sure Britain abolished slavery like 4 or 5 years before they even colonized America.
Is that true?
No,
Because I know
think
that
it
it's
was- I think it was 1651 where they stopped, and there was they still brought slaves like before that. Britain does this. Britain does
Okay.
this. They like.
Because I know that was like
1651, Junaid, you're betting it?
No, I think that was.
We bet $1 that it is.
I think that was
yeah.
Denmark.
Because I know there was like a whole
I don't know,
thing
but it was like
when
between 16 and 17.
when the Revolutionary War started that like Britain was telling slaves, it's like, hey, if you defect against your masters, you can be free in Britain, kind of deal. Like if Britain owns the colonies, you're technically free, kind of deal. What's up?
Yeah,
Your keyboard dead?
No,
Yes.
it's just broken.
Oh.
they would do that, but then there would still be like a bunch of British slave
Yeah.
traders. They're like, oh, it's outlawed, but even though it's not sanctioned by the government, there are like other ways of going about it.
You guys seen the whole thing going on with Britain right now and their fucking soccer game?
Yeah, those racist bastards, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know the story. Tell me.
So,
I've heard.
So-
I've heard the rumors, but I
okay,
haven't
so the
looked
World
into it.
Cup ended.
Not World Cup, the Euro.
Euro Cup, yeah.
Euro League.
So
Euro.
Italy beat Britain.
Right.
And the deciding point was an African player for Britain, I think, missed a penalty shot and lost them the game. And so fucking Britain has gone back in like race relations massively, like overnight kind of deal.
And they're throwing some big N bombs, I'm assuming.
Oh, they are like attacking black people in the streets kind of deal. Like just blatant racism.
I was curious. Oh, God.
Yeah. But fucking Britain soccer fans, I guess, just have a history of being horrendous people. They were talking about like in the past when they went against a German team and like literally bars cheering and like putting up posters of this like probably 9-year-old German girl crying in the stands because
Oh,
Germany
yeah.
just lost.
It was. I
and
think it was.
Britain was
Danish.
like parading around her face.
I think it was Denmark.
Yeah, something like
I think it
that.
was Denmark.
Yeah,
have
they're
the-
just
they have,
horrible
like, the
people.
White flag with the red cross.
But I saw a thing that someone was making fun of it. Yeah,
it's like-
but I saw someone making fun of it because it's like Britain invents a sport, spreads it around the world, and then gets pissed off because they suck at it. America
they called
invented
her
a
the
sport.
C-word.
No one else wanted to play it. America's the world champion of football.
Yes, dude, that's what I was hearing, dude. Every American sport that we invented, we're the only ones that play, so we get to claim world champions.
Yeah, and even like baseball, which is played in Asia a little, we never interact. There's no like World Baseball Federation.
There is the and that's why there's a huge, I think, market for the youth like baseball leagues. I don't remember what they're called. I'm feeling dumb now, but like the big youth like World Cup baseball tournaments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
World Series.
yeah, like the World Series, but they're youths. You know what I mean? And they're like the kid. God damn it.
I actually don't know what that's called.
Fucking gonna figure it out right now. What is it called?
What I appreciate is like football and baseball are two sports where you can literally excel if you're a fat man.
Oh yeah, 'cause you don't need to even really run fast. You just need to be able to hit
Yeah.
the ball.
Right. And then like football, if you're fat enough, you're a great lineman.
It literally is just called the Youth World Series.
Okay.
But it is the only one that competes like internationally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it actually.
Because I think baseball kind of has a little bit of impact in South America.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, like Cuba's a big one.
Dude. I don't want to like tiptoe on this line, but like I think it's like Puerto Ricans.
Oh yeah, because they've
are
had like
huge.
because a lot of MLB players are Cuban and Puerto Rican. Like especially in the old days, some of the best ones were. Mm-hmm. So for them, it's like a big deal. And then
Listen to how white we sound right now.
we're talking about sports, man. You can't talk about sports and not sound white.
God, bro. I love it.
Yeah, Dominicans are the best, right? At baseball.
Oh, that's what it is,
Yeah.
Dominicans. Yo, straight up, I don't even want to bring this up, but I will. When I went to college at Utah State, the best kid on the baseball team who had a full ride to Utah State to be on the baseball team, just I think the first person to do that. They didn't offer scholarships for baseball until pretty much getting him, and he was in the geology department. And there's this part of me that at first was like, all right, this kid's just. I had that athlete stigma, you know what I mean? Where I was like,
Your free rides, you just pick
you're
whatever.
free rides, you're gonna just fucking fuck around and be a shit student. Mm-hmm. That kid worked harder in every fucking class I ever had with him. He was just he was showing people up in the classroom like he was showing people up on the baseball field. And there's part of me that was like, damn, that's just how you live your life, homie. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can, because I think that's, what is it? A lot of people don't realize it's the reason college sports is such a big deal for some people is because they don't have a plan after college sports.
Right.
When they don't get drafted into pro league, they might as well have went to art school.
Right. But the cool thing about it is you can use this. I'm not trying to use it to advocate for this ridiculous shit about college athletes and all this shit, but in a sense, that can give you a life afterwards with the shit that they provide you.
Yeah.
Supplementary to the sport. I know a lot of people get mad about college athletes on scholarship and not paying tuition, and they're paying all this money and all this stuff, but who fucking cares? People are getting educated. Why the fuck does it matter how they necessarily? I don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that a lot of those scholarships require them to actually do good in school.
Yes.
Just because you get a full ride scholarship doesn't mean you get free college. A lot of
You still have
a
to
lot of
maintain,
athletes
the
fuck
3.
up and halfway through lose it because they fail a bunch of classes.
Absolutely. So many athletes in college fail out.
I actually knew a guy that got a full ride scholarship for a tennis scholarship
So did Janae.
to UCLA kind of deal, and first day there got busted for pot in his system at 18, lost his scholarship.
Some marijuana.
Had to fly home and explain to his super Christian parents why he was no longer going to school and why he no longer had that tennis scholarship. I'm pretty
That
sure
shit
he's in the
sucks, but
military
at
now.
the same time, for weed, dude. For weed.
Well, he's underage.
So,
Yeah.
so
Because weed's legal in California.
you drink alcohol underage.
You can actually lose your scholarship for that, too.
Dude,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Will they? This is the fucked up thing about universities, and this is something. I know a kid that was a friend of mine in college, who's a big time long distance runner,
Yeah.
to a 5K runner, pretty much, and he got an alcohol and pot charge underage in Logan.
Yeah.
And the school advocated for the city to essentially drop the charges so they could put him on 1 year probation. During that 1 year probation, he just stopped taking classes. So he turned his 4 years into 5 years. You know what I mean? And then afterwards, he's fine to go. And, I was pissed about that. Because, I knew kids just left and right that for the same shit, you know what I mean, we're ending up in jail.
Yeah. Well,
And,
I mean,
this kid, it's not even on his
dude,
record
that's not
anymore.
even, the worst kind of stuff. There's, rape allegations that get dropped because the guy is, a student athlete.
Big ones at Utah State. I hate to say it, but Utah State's so corrupt with... Oh, I shouldn't maybe be fucking Fuck it.
No, fuck it. Who
I'm
cares?
saying it.
Everyone
when I
knows
was
it.
there, when I was there in 2015, there was a kid that was on the football team that was drafted to the Atlanta Falcons, and I don't remember his name. But he got drafted by the Falcons, and I was stoked because I'm a Falcons fan, and I was at Utah State at the time.
Yeah.
And I was real hyped about it. And then 2 days after he got drafted, it came out that essentially multiple cases in Logan. I don't even want to get into it. That's bad. That's That's down.
We get the
Fuck
idea.
it. But it's just, it was bad. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Real bad.
Yeah.
It was right there.
But I think part of it too is that like the reason he got bucketed is because he didn't even get to start yet. School had no reason to look at him and be like, well, he's a good athlete. No, they didn't see any of it because he got kicked out and lost his scholarship before he even started. It's like showing up to an interview drunk, basically.
Yeah.
Is what he did.
Fuck, dude.
That's probably why he got bucketed right away. It's one thing if like, you know, you go to work and you're a good employee and it's just like, oh, hey, dude, you came to work drunk. That ain't cool. Don't make it a habit kind of deal. But this dude just straight up showed up to the interview sloshed and is like, oh, why'd they not hire me?
Because you're drunk, my friend. Janae, do you have anything else to say to us?
Yeah, I do.
Make it cool. You got 2
Okay,
minutes.
my wife. My wife wanted to do something sweet for me this morning, and she made me coffee, but she ran out of milk, so it became strong.
Oh.
And
Oh, you
then I
dickhead.
tasted it, and like I was like, oh god, this is fucking gross. And I said it out loud because it was a gut reaction. She was sitting right next to me.
I was on. Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you. I will validate this because not only did you say it out loud, you said it out loud on a phone call with me. I was there. I heard you say it, and then I heard her response.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm like, this coffee's perfect for someone who like needs to stay up all night to study for an exam or like get to work early because I didn't sleep enough. But like,
That is
I
not.
Need, like,
That is not.
I need.
That is. No.
This is after I hung up the phone.
Him trying to save his ass.
Well, I had to explain.
Sinead, what did you say right?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is.
What did you say right when you tasted it?
I'm like, this is fucking gross. This is fucking
No?
garbage or something. This fucking tastes like shit.
I'll tell you. You said, you literally, this is what I heard on the phone. You're saying something, then I hear a sip, and you just said, oh my god, this tastes like fucking shit. I was like, what, dude? And you're like, my coffee, it tastes like shit. My wife made me a coffee, and it tastes terrible. And then all of a sudden, I hear your wife's voice in the background. I was like, damn, you're not just saying that. Damn,
And then
dude.
he's like, make your own goddamn coffee. I'm like, okay, here, taste it. And she tastes it, she's like, yeah, it's fucking gross.
Nasty coffee.
Yeah, basically tips not to say to your wife if she does something nice to you. But,
Yo, this is the greatest end of a podcast ever. Janae's cutting out. I don't know what to do to everyone out there who fucking maybe listened to the end. I love you. Peace out.